Not everybody's getting paid. Let's get back
this,
to
man.
the television.
You got
No,
two.
you're being a homer.
Come on.
No, he said it.
Don't start me.
No,
he's
not
a bad
bad
man.
anymore.
Go Tigers.
SoundOff is ready. Are you?
Guys, welcome to another edition of SoundOff. I am so glad to be here
You're
today
already
because let me tell
failing. You are already failing. Too many
something's
changes
wrong.
this week.
you
Too
know,
many.
Scooter, we don't, you know,
Last-
when he's gone, he don't tell us when
Last
he leaves,
week was
but
a
he wants us
disaster.
to do what
Switch.
You know what,
Last
Scooter?
week.
This is just too much, Scooter.
This
okay,
ain't gonna
man?
work. Let's go to the normal
You know,
stuff here.
You know,
Man, you are fat, man. You got a lot of.
you know what, son? You know
Welcome
what?
into Sound Off.
You know what?
It's a can't-miss show from Caesar Sportsbook at
Wow.
Horseshoe Lake Charles. That would be Kevin Guidry, your part-time lead host,
Did a
who's
great
been
job,
fired from
as
that
usual.
role. I'm back.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm back. All right,
At
so
least
It
we can
wasn't
be.
all bad.
At
while
least
you
we
were
can be
gone.
accountable for when he's gone, okay?
wasn't all
People
bad.
take vacation and don't even tell us they're leaving, but
Shut up
Scooter and I
already.
have to make it work.
Scooter Hobbs in the middle.
Thank
Rick
you, my
Sherrill
friend.
here, back from the Rockies, supercharged up. I come back and we got the story of
Whole
like the last
world
5
has
years.
changed.
Unbelievable. Look, we're going to try to keep it promising and full of glee.
I
it
could do the
depends
whole
on if
segment
you.
myself.
Well,
I
it depends on
promise.
how you feel about Brian Kelly. If you have
Is
a lot
it
of
a question?
I know.
Is
I
it
know.
a question? I'm waiting for you two to apologize on television to me
There's no
about
apology.
Kelly.
Where's your party hat?
No apologies.
Where's your party hat?
I got it all.
You got
Believe
rid
me.
of him.
Believe
As
me,
you
I-
know, the Kelly regime only lasted 3.5 years. That's the
Wow.
big story. We can't spend the whole show on it because we got a great show lined up. Can the McNeese Cowboy football team salvage the season? That's on tap, of course. The Saints lose in a buzzsaw fashion to the Bucks, and some better vibes coming up. McNeese basketball, right?
Yes, yes.
Start up next Monday. We got Coach Bill Armstrong.
I don't
in the
see a
house,
drop
in the
off
fourth
from what
chair
we had a
to
chance
talk
to look
about
at.
McNeese basketball.
We definitely doesn't see a
Let's
drop
go.
off.
64
Let's do it.
years
I'm ready.
old. 3.5 years into a 10-year deal, $10 million a year, $95 million. Brian Kelly is
let's
out.
get this
The
out of the
massacre
way.
on Sunday.
Look,
All right, you've been leading this parade, and I'm not sure. I'm not saying it wasn't the right thing to do. You've been leading this mob to
Yeah,
get rid
the
of
mob.
Kelly.
There you go. It's a good way of putting it.
Who's gonna pay for this?
that's taken
I
care
know
of.
you must have
It's-
written a check,
it's-
but that'll only cover half of it.
It's
Your
taken.
check.
It's taken care of. People were saying, where are they going to get the money from? Let me tell you something. You don't make a decision like this without having the money. Let's be sure of that, okay?
All they
guys,
said Sunday was they are in negotiation. There's no negotiation.
Oh, yes,
they
there
owe
is.
the man.
there is.
Okay, they
There
only
is.
like
There is.
$4
Let me
million.
I
jump
don't even
in.
know where to
Everybody's been
start.
following the story, of course. Sunday meeting, Governor Landry involved, call LSU leadership, what's going on? I want my hand in this. They fire Kelly. Reports are that he and AD Scott Woodard had harsh words, heated about some staff changes, and it ballooned to him being gone. You know it. It's a $54 million approximate buyout.
It'll be more than that. It'll be more.
Is there, guys, you're on the inside, is there a possibility, a sliver of possibly finding a firing for cause so they can renegotiate? I don't know.
We don't know what the contract looks like.
If you're thinking, well, trump something up, I would hope not.
I'd hope not.
No, Scooter. I don't.
hope.
Scooter, let me tell you something.
I'm just
I'm
asking.
sure
I had-
you. What are you going to cover him with private eyes?
This involves Louisiana governor, political. You got the board of supervisors, political. You know, you're in
Guys,
politics, man.
guys,
you work in
look.
Baton Rouge. You know
You
it.
guys probably saw the picture of myself, Emmitt Smith, and Governor Landry. Okay.
Saturday night.
Saturday night. For all you that don't know, Emmitt Smith's sons, E.J. Smith, plays for
Tiger Stadium. Yep.
for Texas A&M. We were all in the governor's suite, and Emmitt Smith made a comment. He said, "Governor, I don't know how Kelly's gonna survive this." Now, coming from a guy that you think would know a little bit about football,
Yeah, but what
and
is
wait, and negotiate. I'm not saying it had nothing to do with it, but the comment was made in front of a lot of people. And Emmitt Smith doesn't have to bite his tongue for anybody.
No.
Okay? And he said, "Wow, guys, I didn't see this coming.
Obviously.
Well, you know, you played against him. Of course,
I did.
That had to be the closest you ever got.
Oh,
You know what, Scooter? You
all right,
know
let's
what, Scooter?
stay on
Hey,
point. Let's not
and
go
that-
go
and that-
glory
and
days.
We'll talk about that later because he's right.
All right, come on. Oh, look.
All right, what does Emmitt Smith know about LSU, though?
Let me tell you something. Emmitt Smith keeps up with LSU a lot closer than what the three of us even can imagine. To be honest
let's
with
get back on point. The demise of Brian Kelly.
Look.
The demise of Kelly. All right. Everybody knows the numbers. He's 5-7 against ranked opponents.
Rick.
He's lost the last 3 or 4. The pre-Halloween gore fest that was the loss to the Aggies. All that mounted up, but he recruited his ass off.
We're missing a
He
whole
brought in talent.
point.
What are we missing?
We're missing the whole point. I don't think somebody told me, Gidrick, does Kelly even know what the L stands for in LSU? It's about people, Rick, Louisiana. He was never connected to us, Rick. Never.
Are you getting leads
From the
here? Are you
beginning. And the thing that's so bad, Rick, man, everybody knew it. You know, if Kelly was the kind of guy that was, say...
So you're saying he wasn't a good fit? You're saying he wasn't a good
Rick,
fit?
I said that from the beginning, but you
All
and
right.
Scooter would not believe me. He's
No, we
not
didn't
a
believe
player's
it.
coach.
Who cares if he wins?
It doesn't matter, Rick.
It wouldn't
You've
have
got
mattered.
to be connected. You know what? The only person that could have gotten away with this is one guy. That's Nick Saban.
Oh, boy.
What did he get away with?
I'm talking about being able to be arrogant.
Well,
you missed the whole point.
Because
you know, let
Kelly
me tell
had
you
no
something.
leverage.
I talked to
Kelly had
players,
no
Rick.
leverage. He didn't win an SEC
Rick.
title. He wasn't in the
Rick,
playoffs. He had no
made the
leverage.
mistake of saying this is the best
Yes, he
team
did.
he's had since he's been there. That was an out-and-out lie.
All right.
Do you remember the team he had in 2023? Does he remember that team? How many kids in this here probably would go in the first round? Maybe one, and that's Harold Perkins. That's it.
Harold Perkins didn't go in the first
Well,
round.
well, I tell you what, ain't nobody else there getting drafted either.
Okay.
I know it.
Well, all right.
I got plenty more.
I know you
plenty
do.
more.
I know you do. Look, this is not shocking, Haas. This is not a shocking firing. It really isn't.
Rick, it should have happened earlier. It should have happened
Could I
earlier.
talk?
It's not
Please
shocking.
make it quick. You're taking too long. Go.
It's not shocking.
No, it's not shocking, but it was still a surprise to me. I guess I bought in. We will never, ever say there's a buyout that keeps you from getting fired again.
No. No.
No.
I don't
And that-
care what it is.
no.
That is not
That-
sustainable.
But I
was-
would, and I'm not here. I guess I'm just playing devil's advocate. And yeah, maybe Kelly wasn't a good fit. If they had won a few more games, none of that would have mattered.
No.
But let's. The one thing I do have a problem with, and I don't really care about Kelly one way or the other. I'm not crazy about him. Don't dislike him. What the dealings I had with him were always okay. But I do take exception when I hear he was a failure. He won 10 games, 9 games.
Yeah, that's
And
strong.
Scooter,
No, he wasn't a failure.
Maybe he could not live up to LSU's expectations, but don't call the man a failure.
No, he's not a failure.
Or his time at LSU.
He didn't
a
meet the
failure.
expectations that was expected of him at LSU. Is
Because
that better?
this was a
Okay.
playoff contending team.
Rick, let me
And
tell
he
you
pretty much
something.
painted that picture. But we're running out of time. We're going to get to some of these subjects here. Some of the notes that maybe somebody is just waking up. I don't know. Former McNeese coach, is now the interim coach, Frank Thomas.
Yes.
Frank Wilson.
Frank Wilson.
Frank Wilson is now the interim coach.
Wilson.
Joe Sloan fired as OC.
Yeah.
Alex Atkins, former OC
Oh.
for Florida State, now
Yeah.
going to call the plays. You happy? Yeah. You happy about that? All right. Anyway. In the
They
next
had some
segment,
problems on
next segment, we're gonna lay
Can we
out
come
our
back to
5
this?
possible candidates.
we
We're gonna
will.
have some fun with
Okay.
that.
Well, we need
if
to
we're in
come
the
back
search
to this.
committee, we're each got our 5
Yes, we
candidates.
are.
We're gonna have fun with that. Hopefully, last week when I was gone, Kevin Guidry told you about Seafood Palace. I'm hoping he
I
did.
did tell him about
But a
Seafood
reminder:
Palace.
Seafood Palace has award-winning fried seafood,
best
all your
seafood
favorite
place in
platters.
town.
Don't interrupt me, sir. And of course, the state's best boiled crab.
See my
The menu
life?
is loaded, and it has everything your seafood craving heart desires and more. We're inching toward gumbo weather too. Open 6 days a
Yes,
week,
it
lunch and
is.
dinner. It's Seafood Palace in Lake Charles.
Best gumbo in town.
When disaster strikes, you don't have time to wonder who to call. At Reclaim Restoration, we're your trusted partner, 24/7, 365. Whether it's fire, water, or storm damage, we rebuild, renew, and revitalize your property and your peace of mind. Locally trusted, nationally certified, and voted Acadiana's Choice 2024, Call Reclaim Restoration today at 337-445-6499 and take the first step toward reclaiming your life.
Miller Time started in 1975, and the clock's still ticking. A light beer that tastes like a beer. Now that's legendary. Here's to another 50 years of Miller Time.
Now's the perfect time to enjoy your amazing backyard. Unless you have a mosquito problem, contact the experts at J&J Exterminating and take advantage of $50 off initial service. Make this summer the best ever with J&J Exterminating.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
All right, we're back. Caesar Sportsbook, Horseshoe Lake Charles. Welcome back in. This is the home of that $75,000 cash progressive jackpot. Get that Caesars reward card. Get to a promotional kiosk. You swipe it, you get a free pull and a chance to win and get entered into that $75,000 cash progressive jackpot going on now through the end of the year right here at Horseshoe Lake Charles. Win big. All right. Continuing with this lead story, the big story out of Baton Rouge, it's the epicenter of headlines. Of course, Brian Kelly fired after 3.5 years. He's gone, $54 million payout, one of a slew of Power 4 job openings. Okay, we're the search committee. Scott Woodard, nowhere to be found. Scott Woodard. Governor Landry is still in Baton Rouge. We're the search committee.
Can I say something real quick?
Quickly.
Scott Woodard better be real careful.
Well, he needs to take some responsibility.
Well, I'll
on
tell
this,
you what,
but that's
right now,
the Thursday
he's
show.
got $130 million hanging over his head that he's got people paying out.
Well, Jimbo Fisher, he hired Jimbo at Texas
Those
A&M.
are the two biggest buyouts in
NCAA history, yeah.
And he
all
was
under
a
Scott
party to
Woodard's
both of them.
signature. Okay.
Sorry about that, but
All
I
right,
had to bring
we're
that
the
up.
search committee. Let's have a little fun. And this is going
Yes.
to go on for weeks
I've
and
got
weeks.
mine.
Thursday, we'll probably adjust our candidates. All right, I'm going to start with you, Gidry. Are you ready? Or
Yes,
you want
I
me
am.
to start?
I've got my five.
Are you going all
top
five
five.
or just
all,
first?
all five.
No,
or
no.
what?
Five,
Look,
however you want to do it. From 5
This
to
is-
1, 1 to 5. I don't
yes.
care.
This is me right now. Everybody knows the top guy, and if we can get him, that'll be great. It's Kiffin. I don't give a darn
Okay.
what.
We don't need commentary. Just give us your list.
Okay, the next guy I'm going to go with that I know a lot of you may not even be familiar with, I like Dan Lanning. I like him. Another guy I'm going to go with is it's going to be Chris Lee. He whipped us.
You mean Clark Lee, Vanderbilt.
Yeah,
Where's my
yes.
Vandy helmet?
Okay.
Learn their names.
Really?
The other name I'm looking at, I can barely read it. The other guy that I'm going to go with, that everybody's going
Help
to
him
say
out, Hobbs.
because it's inside the state, is Summerall.
John Summerall.
It's tough.
Tulane.
It's tough.
Tulane.
I know it's tough. But the
Okay.
guy that I think would have an outside chance that would do great would be Joe Brady. Call it how you see
Are you
it.
kidding me? All right, go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to Kiffin number one. I don't think it will happen. But I understand. And I'm going to hold off on my number two. I'll go Willie Fritz Houston, number 3. Summerall, Tulane, 4. Eli Drinkowitz, Missouri.
I had him, but I took him
5.
off.
I don't think. And I'm,
took him
I'm
off.
going to throw y'all a curveball for my
Throw
number
us one.
2.
I know who it is.
Charles Huff.
No, I have no
Who?
idea.
Who?
I have no idea.
You trying to
Charles
find-
Huff.
He
I have
is
no
the
idea.
coach at Southern Miss.
No. School
They're having a great year.
Yeah.
But you
Look
guys
at
are
him, look
dreaming.
him up.
You guys are
Very
dreaming.
impressive
One guy that we missed, but
Hush,
Rick, I'll let
it's
you
just
have
my
it.
turn. I
You-
believe
I'm
That's
going to let
your
him
five.
finish his commentary real fast.
He is Southern Miss is 6-2, 4-0 in the Sun Belt. The last 2 years,
No.
they went 1-11 and 3-9. He won the Sun Belt last year at Marshall. He could
Okay.
not.
Your,
He had a contract problem with them and left.
your sell job has fallen flat, okay? I know that's your wish list. I'm going to give it to you.
I'm not- I think I've got the
but he's
best
number
one so
5
far.
on your list. All right,
I've
here's,
got the
here's
best
mine.
one so far.
Here's mine. Lane Kiffin, of course. You
Yes.
got to get the offensive whiz in here, okay? He's cool. He's got swag.
Keep
right?
going. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, let's go.
Lincoln Riley.
No, not
Get
no,
him
but
in from Southern
Not
Cal.
no, but
Number
don't like
3
Riley.
in my priority order, Marcus Freeman from Notre Dame. Yes, you go back to South
that
Bend.
is,
Marcus Freeman.
yes. That's a tough.
3A, John Gruden. I am going to
No,
ring
no.
the bell for John Gruden.
John Gruden will never get it. Why do you think the NFL banned him?
But he's
Did you tell
he's
the
got
people
a
why the
lawsuit.
NFL banned him?
You're interrupting
Okay.
me. Number 5 on my list. Yes, we won another jackpot here at Horseshoe
Yes.
Lake Charles. Former Aggies head
wait.
coach Jimbo Fisher.
No,
time.
never. Rick, are you serious
time,
about Jimbo?
yes.
Rick,
Jimbo
are you serious?
Fisher.
Let me tell you a guy name that I left out who's an LSU alum. It's Calvin Shepard.
Shepard.
Detroit
that
Lions.
Would be one.
That was
Might
one I was
be a
thinking about,
little
too.
You got to
bit
go
too
proven.
soon.
Yeah.
You got to go
Look,
proven.
this
you
is
got to
what's
go
got to
proven
happen.
winners.
Rick,
I'm
LSU,
telling
and you heard it
look
from me.
up.
You heard it from me.
I beseech you. do some research, some vetting on Charles.
Scooter, you had some good ones. But let me say this.
Good
You're
coach,
going to hear it
Armstrong.
right here, guys. LSU will not hire a coach over 50. You heard it from me first.
Okay.
The coach that LSU hires will not be
Wait a
over
minute.
50.
Are you the mouthpiece for Governor Jeff
That's all I'm
Landry?
saying.
Are you the mouthpiece for Governor Jeff
That's
Landry?
that's all I'm saying. The
All
next
right.
head coach for LSU will not be over 50.
More on this still developing story because there's a lot of details and drama on Thursday's show. Let's get to the McNeese Cowboys. This was another horrendous loss, 31-7. It was a bludgeoning down in Thibodaux. I mean,
that was a huge step back after,
Huge.
really had some, something to look forward to.
yeah, but they beat Houston Christian.
Well, that's
Historically
what I
the
told
worst
Matt,
team in all FCS.
Yeah.
And you go down there with a backup quarterback, you run 44 plays, they run 71, they double you on time of possession, the 303 yards on the ground, another gashing by a running quarterback. Kevin, the defense with more missed tackles, more missed coverages. That's not from me. That's from Matt Viator earlier in the week after the game.
Yeah.
Missed tackles, missed assignments, and
But
he's totally
let me-
frustrated.
let me-
Totally frustrated.
Let me say this, Rick, and we're here discussing it and talking about it, but you, me, and Scooter, did we really expect anything different in this first year from Matt Viator?
Better than
Did
this.
we really?
Well, yeah,
Better
I
than
did.
this.
And
Yes, better than this.
to me, this should have been an even game. If you lose this one by a touchdown, okay, that's understandable. But it should have at least been an even game. and it wasn't.
Nichols is without 8 starters because of season-ending injuries.
8 starters?
A backup quarterback that hadn't played all year. Come on, guys. And
Hey,
look, I'm not
look.
pounding the Cowboys, but this is the facts. And if Matt Viator was right here, he would say it probably in a much nicer
But
and
Rick-
diplomatic way. But they're just not very good right
but-
now.
but you
and they got
guys-
4 games to try to salvage this season.
And the reason why I keep defending Matt is because I know what's happening there. Rick, the teams that McNeese have played, Rick, have all been able to play with each other for 1 or 2 years. Some of these guys don't even know
I
each
know.
other, man.
Excuses.
I'm not making
Show some
excuses. You
incremental
gotta play
progress.
together to
That's
be a
excuses.
team, man.
Every team reloads and blah, blah,
Boy,
blah,
I tell
blah,
you,
blah.
coming from
All
a
right.
guy that played Pee Wee football.
Yeah, I know a thing about Pee Wee football. Hey, we're going to turn it to more positive vibes. We're talking McNeese basketball with head coach Bill
Yes.
Armstrong when SoundOff continues from Caesars Sportsbook. Stay right there.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest one. The cold lagered, cold filtered, cold packaged one. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
What's bugging you?
Is it roaches? They're the first pest you think of for indoor bugs and a health threat. At J&J, we offer weapons to eliminate and prevent infestation of your home or business. Let us take care of what's bugging you. Contact us today for a free inspection.
Reclaim Restoration is your trusted partner serving Southwest Louisiana from Lake Charles to Lafayette. Whether it's fire, water, or storm damage, call Reclaim Restoration today at 337-445-6499 and take the first step toward reclaiming your life.
Miller Time started in 1975, and the clock's still ticking. A light beer that tastes like a beer. Now that's legendary. Here's to another 50 years of Miller Time.
Welcome back to Caesars Sportsbook Horseshoe to Lake Charles. My pleasure to welcome back McNeese head basketball coach Bill Armstrong. Settle him down. Holy smokes, coach. I don't
He's
envy
good.
you having
He's
to sit
good.
next to Guidry
No, glad
on
to be
tonight's
here.
show. All right, welcome back, coach.
Thank you.
Yes.
for having me back.
The last time you were here, I wasn't here. So get
yeah.
ready. I've got some for you.
Good, I'm ready.
I really want to focus on the roster
Okay.
and some schematic stuff and interchangeable parts. And let's start with the Grambling scrimmage or exhibition game on Sunday.
Yes.
That's an NCAA tournament team.
thought
You beat
so.
them by 6. What did you see, good or bad?
From us, what I saw was very impressed with, and that we needed it early to see where we're at, and I think we can really build off of and work from, was the fact that we go down 10 in the first half at home and never flinched. There was nobody lost composure.
Right.
Everybody stayed in the moment. We worked our way back and found a way to win. And like you said, I do think Grambling is an NCAA tournament team. It would surprise me if
got
they
some
don't
players.
win the SWAC. They were
Yeah.
big and physical. Again, something that will prepare us for our league and prepare us for the difficult opponents that we have coming up. I'm glad we were able to play that game. Hats off to them how they played.
Yeah.
And what it also showed me with our guys is defensively we can find ways to grind them out when we're not making shots. I mean, we shoot 4 for 26 from 3. And,
Yeah, wow.
defense is our identity, and when we make shots, we're going to be really good. And that's just good to see that our defense, because it'll travel. You know, that's effort and understanding where you're supposed to be, and we'll make shots, I believe, most nights.
What's the biggest difference you think in this roster and last year's?
Maybe just a little bit deeper, a little bit bigger on the front line. We got 3 guys that we can run in there as 5 men, and I don't think last year's team had that from a size standpoint. I think that's what we tried to focus on. You know, we're going to play 10 guys most nights, and whereas they played 8 guys, I think. And then you got the experience of DJ and JG. There's each year experience, as you know, you're going to get better and better, and I think that's going to really help us, especially early as they continue to lead this team.
Coach, I was at the last home game when I think you guys were all introduced. I saw you at the game and everything, introduced you guys on the field, and I was up in the press box, and the guys from there looked at the same size on the field if I was standing next to them. There's no way anybody in the Southland Conference is playing but for second place with what you have.
Well, that was the plan when we put that team together.
He said it, Coach.
Okay.
He didn't disagree.
No, I agree. I mean, that was the plan coming in. That's why they brought us in here, and that's why we put that team together. My staff did a great job of recruiting those guys. And, you know, to us, it's about length and size and the way we're going to play defensively. We got 7 guys with 7-foot wingspans. So, you know, we were able to recruit to our system, and I think we've implemented that well. And like I said, the other night I was proud of the effort and the attitude. That's really all you can control. We just didn't make shots, but we will.
Let me run through some names and the genesis of this question. Of course, the returnees, Garcia, SLC Player of the Year, DJ Richards can shoot. This is all backcourt primarily. The new kid, Tayshawn Archie. You got Larry Johnson. You got this Fredson Cole that you brought in from Oklahoma. It seems like you got a lot of offensive production or output in the backcourt. Right or wrong?
That's correct. That's correct. And that's kind of how our team's built. That's kind of how the teams that I've always been a part of have been built, that you know, the backcourt is going to be the guys that not necessarily score all the points, but make all the plays and make plays for each other and for the big guys. And, you know, our bigs are good players, but they're more defensive oriented and rebounding the ball, and that's what we recruited them to do. But they can certainly score. They didn't do so much the other night, but against Tulane they did a pretty good job. And I thought Paytok really took a step forward in his development. The 2 plays
that's the kid from Australia, right?
The kid from Australia hit the little 5-foot floater, then got the offensive rebound and finished. And then we know we can do what he did at the end and block that big block shot.
What is the feeling of this team and how aware the newcomers are to the way particularly last year, but really the last 2 years, the way this team has caught the imagination of Lake Charles?
Yeah, they have a great understanding of that. We talk about that a lot, and because they got to understand, we wanted them from the beginning to understand the support that Lake Charles gives us and the importance it is to work hard for them, and that's what this is all about, working hard for them and each other. And I think that they have a great grasp and understanding of how important it is to go out each and every day and give great effort. Sometimes you give great effort and you don't make shots. In basketball, you still got to put the ball in the basket, and sometimes that doesn't happen. But as long as we give great effort and like I said, have a great attitude, which I thought we did yesterday, we kept our composure down 10. If we do those 2 things, we're going to be fine.
Coach, one of the things I like to know about guys that coach, because recently I've started coaching at one of the local high schools, and they say the energy just can't be matched with you, Gidry. What's your style? What's your energy, Coach? Are you laid back, arms folded, looking intense on your players? How do you get your players going, Coach?
Yeah, mine is just about accountability. You know, my style is I never let them. They know what they have to do. We have 5 expectations. One of those is know your job, do your job, and they know if they don't do their job, then there's going to be accountability, and then that they're going to be expected to do it the next time. And every time they don't, they're going to be held accountable. And every time they do, they're going to be praised for it. And that's kind of my style. I have to get after them now and then, but that's not usually my style.
Bill Armstrong, first-year head basketball coach for the McNeese State Cowboys. Monday, November 3rd, open up.
Coming up
Champions
quick.
Christian. That will be at the newly named Townsley Law Arena. If you hear me refer to it as TLA, I apologize for that. The TLA, Townsley Law Arena. Anyway, I always got a nickname. I shot down the Blue Valley 2 years ago. I love the Blue Valley. Anyway,
Blue Valley.
All right. Larry Johnson.
Larry Johnson. So afraid coming down, boy.
Remember Shoe Slam from last year? All right, I'm going to make up a nickname already. Larry Johnson, LJ Jam.
LJ Jam.
He can play inside and out.
Yeah.
That
I like
started
that. I like
LJ
that.
Jam.
LJ Jam. I like that.
Not bad.
What I saw at Grambling, is that the concrete starting five rolling out? Do you have it set?
Yeah, I think that will be for right now, just
That's a good five.
because I think we have a rotation, and we're going to play that rotation. We're big on, playing guys, play 3 or 4 minutes as hard as you can. I don't believe that anybody can play the way we expect them to play and the way we're going to play full court both ways, more than 25 minutes. So it's a rotational type thing. At some point, Jarrell Colbert's going to push to become that starter at the 5 because, he's just 2 weeks off of knee surgery. And so he's not himself yet. And I look for 6 weeks from now him be that way. But, things could change, but usually when you're winning, they don't. So I plan on continuing to win. Just keep it concrete like that.
I agree.
We'll leave it there. Bill Armstrong,
Yes.
Cowboys head basketball coach, going to be back on the Thursday show. We'll talk about the schedule and trying to get that unprecedented third straight Southland Conference championship.
Sounds
We
good.
appreciate it, Coach Bill Armstrong. Back with the final round of the show. Stay there.
The Horseshoe Lake Charles experience begins with elite gaming in the region's newest and most exciting venue, featuring all your favorite table games and slots. Caesars Sportsbook at Horseshoe is the legend in sports betting, and speaking of legendary, Gordon Ramsay's steak is above all others, where celebrity chef Ramsay brings his fury of flavor to Southwest Louisiana. Great food and live music at Brews Brothers, and of course impeccable hotel accommodations. Plus, earn big with your Caesars reward card. That's Horseshoe Lake Charles.
J&J has protected Louisiana homes and businesses for over 60 years.
Call him today, make the pests go away. J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
Many thanks for McNeese basketball coach Bill Armstrong for
Good
the
guy,
fourth chair
man.
appearance. He'll be back on Thursday's show with us talking much more about
Good to have
Cowboy
him.
basketball. One of the interesting twist sidebars to this LSU Brian Kelly firing and the whole drama in Baton Rouge is LSU is without a president. Matt Lee is
They
the
are.
interim president.
They are.
So you
They
don't
are.
have a university president there to kind of pull some of these levers.
Yeah.
Now, McNeese president, Dr. Wade Roos, has been known
Was
to
on
be
the
in
list.
the top 5 of the finalists. He could very well
top
be
three,
the
yeah.
leading
It's top 3
candidate.
now. It's down to the top 3.
And he could very well get this job at LSU, gentlemen.
It's down to the top 3.
And what is it, Kevin? It's a couple of weeks possible announcement?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they got to find out
I
who's
think
going to
it'll be
leadership.
If
It's
anything,
gonna be in the next
just
week.
probably accelerated that. I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised if by Thursday's show we know something.
So think about this, Kelly gone and all this $54 million buyout. Scott Woodard under
You
pressure.
gotta get a coach in 30
Governor
days.
Landry's involved, this whole thing. And you don't have a university president entrenched in that office. And then Wade Roos, if he gets the job, all right, where does that leave McNeese?
And you got to find out who's going to be your coach at LSU in 30 days.
Yeah, you got to start courting guys. But if Wade Roos does indeed,
I think
get
there's
that
a
job,
lot of guys here in town that would probably be able to do that job.
Then the
a lot
impact
of guys.
on McNeese athletics, Scooter, because Wade Roos was very involved in McNeese.
He was.
athletics.
Well, yeah,
Very
he hadn't
was.
been there that long.
He was.
I know, less than a year.
Very, very
Yeah.
involved.
Less than a year. So then you've got all this moving and shaking in Baton Rouge. And if Roos then finds his way going east, the impact on McNeese academics and athletics, I find it intriguing, gentlemen.
Yeah, I do too,
really
Rick.
do.
Honestly, I do too.
Where does that leave McNeese athletics?
Where would that leave him?
Politics is at work in
That's
Louisiana.
Louisiana
As
at
always,
its best,
it's
gentlemen.
Louisiana.
Guidry, Hobbs, and Sarah, we
Always.
will see you next time right here at SoundOff.